As an Eagles fan, you don't understand how happy I am that Micah Parsons did not come here. Like it almost happened when, he announced it on the podcast. I got to be honest with you. Micah Parsons is a very, very good football player. There's no taking anything away from him. He's definitely one of the best in the league. But there's a reason why he's one of the best instead of the very best, like Myles Garrett, like TJ Watt was. I feel like maybe he slipped just a little last year, but TJ Watt's elite. There's no question about it. But there's a reason why there's difference between guys like Will Anderson, a Danielle Hunter, a Watt, like I said before, Fred Warner. There's a difference between guys like that, right? And it's probably some other guys I missed, but I don't have time to just got that video like that. And Micah Parsons. Talent-wise, he should be the best defensive player of the league by far. His mentality is really what's putting a ceiling on his career and his full potential as a football player. I'm going to tell you what the death of the modern athlete is. It is social media. Every single time a reporter says something about him or a fan says something, like, I never understood. Fans are not only supposed to support you, they're going to be hecklers. To me, I don't give a shit who like what I said or don't. If you as an athlete, somebody online is talking shit about, oh, you suck, you trash. Not nothing disrespectful, like personal, like racist. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about dead ass. If somebody's just saying you suck as a player or you trash or you'll get off my team, and you go in that person's DM and threaten them, you're a loser. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. You're a loser. The only thing as an athlete you should be focused on is you improving your game, continuing to hone in on your strengths, and being there for the team and getting as much as you can out of your team chemistry as possible. So that means communication, however people go about their process. Being the best teammate you could possibly be and being the best player you could possibly be. Those should be your only two things you should be worried about. And I'm not saying that because there's some podcasts that I'm cool with, so I'm not talking about everybody when I say this. But too many of y'all, and I spoke about this on like one of my streams. I'll put the link down below somewhere in this video. I talked about how these guys are like starting podcasts that are damn near on the verge of getting cut. You have not established yourself in the league. And to be honest with you, I'm not even really totally for players, especially ones that really haven't made a name for themselves like that. I'm not really cool with the podcast shit. It's like, do you motherfuckers want to be Tyra Banks? You want to be Jennifer Hudson? Or you want to be football players? You gotta pick one or the other. You can't be both. All right, you can't be goddamn Montel Williams. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, sometimes I be like, these old heads just be doing too much. Like, I have a great amount of respect for Lawrence Taylor, but he is absolutely 100% incorrect on his argument against Tom Brady. But that's a soapbox conversation for another day. But there's a reason why guys like Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis, Troy Polamalu, James Harrison, Sean Taylor, Brian Dawkins, Champ Bailey, Darrell Green, Dion, Rod Woodson, Charles Woodson, all of these guys that were at the top of their craft. There's a reason why there's a skill gap between players like that and players like Micah Parsons. Too much of the podcast shit, too much of the internet. And you had the nerve to call Skip Bayless a Twitter faking motherfucker. Every time I turn around, you either doing a podcast, you're on the interview talking about the Eagles or whoever else the hell you talking about, or you tweeting about some shit that don't have nothing to fucking do with you. And here's the reality situation, right? I'm not really interested in Skip Bayless like that, but I do respect him as the OG rage baiter. Right? Before rage baiting was a thing and everybody started doing that shit online, Skip Bayless was the first guy to start doing that and making that his spiel, right? So when he does it, I'm not actually upset because that's what he's known for, right? And if LeBron James, out of all people, who's way bigger in his sport than you are in yours, if he didn't ever respond to Skip, Why the fuck are you responding to Skip? Why are you getting on Shannon Sharpe? So, y'all know my history with JB already, okay? If you've been following me, you already know. But here's the thing. A lot of what JB be saying when I be watching, coming on my For You page and I be running across, he is right. The sensitivity, the goddamn allergic to tough coaching, allergic to criticism, allergic to being held accountable and being coached hard. There's a reason why guys go ringless unless they marry their fiance. There's a reason for it. I'm going to be honest with you. If Micah focuses more on his game and honing his game and proving that when he is able to be healthy, you know what I'm saying, no matter what I say, prayers out for his full recovery no matter what. So I'm throwing that out there right now. But what I am saying is, when the moment comes in the playoffs, whatever, you just got to focus on showing. You got to focus on continuing to hone your craft. Because the reality situation is I'm having a hard time placing you as a top 5 to 10 defensive player. But his mentality overall is just not Philly built at all. He's way too sensitive about shit that it doesn't even make sense to be. It seemed like he's trying to have a fucking talk show career and play and you know acting like a male version of Wendy Williams and shit, and try to be a football player. Gotta pick one, nigga. You can't do both. So if you want to be a great player, then go ahead and be a great player. If you want to be a fucking talk show host and shit and have celebrities on there, then hey, do your thing. As for Skip Bayless is concerned, you guys remember what happened with the Richard Sherman segment? Granted, Richard Sherman won that battle. Let's not get it fucked up. But I respected Skip because he stood on business on what he said. Now, again, reiterating, Richard Sherman did win that exchange, but I like the fact that you know, Skip stood on business. And you can't be mad at that. Whether you agree with him or not, he stood on business. Because I'm glad he went where he went, and I'm glad Jerry Jones thinking he really doing some shit profound by putting in a trade clause. If they ever trade Micah Parsons within however many years, they got to give their first round pick. Whatever the case may be, I'm happy everything went down the way it went down. He's not worth the picks. I'm so sorry. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Look at the